Welcome back to the 207 Kitchen at Main Studios. I think everybody likes mashed potatoes, just about everybody. We're doing something today that is not a mashed potato dish. It's similar though, but even better. Damian Sansonetti is the owner and chef at Chaval and Ugly Duckling in Portland. Thanks for coming in, great to have you here.
Thanks for having us.
So what are you gonna make for us?
Well, we're gonna do something that I love to eat, and I make it for my wife, and it's one of her favorite dishes. We're gonna make Pommes Aligot, which is a French Alpine dish of, basically we also call it like fondue potatoes, because they're super rich and super cheesy.
All right, let's get started. Where do we begin?
All right, cool. So we're gonna start off with our potatoes. You wanna use a Yukon Gold potato, so it's something waxy and the starch is really nice to it. So you're gonna wanna peel these guys up. You know, you can get smaller ones if you like them, you can use bigger ones. The recipe that you're gonna be able to get, we start off about 1.5 pounds, almost 2 pounds of potatoes. But the thing is with potatoes, when you cook them, we're gonna peel them and you wanna cut them to an even size. We like these because all I gotta do is just cut them in quarters.
So you prefer the smaller ones?
I like it because it makes it easier for me to cut, and as a home cook, you want something you can cut at home too. So you cut them in like this, and then we have cloves of garlic here. So we have some already boiling right here that you can see.
Yes.
You wanna salt this water heavily, almost kind of like, I know you heard it before, almost like the ocean, because this is where we're gonna get most of our seasoning from here, because we don't wanna have to adjust too much, just kind of like a little bit here and there.
Got it.
So we have it simmering, and you wanna make sure these guys are tender. The way you do that, you take your knife, it goes into them nice and tender like that. Yeah, see they're going, I don't even want to pick them up. That's how nice and tender they are. And then we're gonna go right into our strainer here. This is another pot we're gonna have here that's lightly warmed already. You can go back into your pot you have here. Just make sure you dry out the bottom of it, okay? Because you don't want that excess water going into it. But then we have our food mill. If you don't have a food mill, you can use a ricer or a spatula press even works. This is the recipe that you want to over mix these potatoes and agitate them. You want to get these guys starchy and really kind of almost gummy gluey.
And there'll be an explanation as we get further along as to just why that works.
Oh yes. So we're gonna get these guys here. And this is fun because you get to go down through and mixing and mixing and mixing. But you want any kind of other Alpine type cheeses like a Fontina, a Comté will work too. If you want to get a mix around a couple of different things, you can even use some fresh mozzarella as well, or like a blend of all of them. You just want something that's gonna melt and give you that ooey gooiness.
Okay.
So we got some of our potatoes. See, they're gonna come out down through the bottom of here. And then we have this. So we're getting nice and warm. We're gonna crank up our heat just a little bit here. And then we have our butter, right? So little by little, we're gonna add our butter into here, and then a little bit of cream.
Potatoes, cream, butter, and cheese.
Yep.
This is not going to be helping anyone slim their waistline anytime soon.
No, this is gonna be, this is your carbo load here, and this is to give you lots of energy for, you know, you're going out for your morning run.
Yeah, you go out and run a marathon is what you're gonna need to do.
So you're gonna keep adding in your butter and your cream here, and this is gonna be to rehydrate this with all this fat. Whenever you're making food like this especially, people always ask us in the restaurant, what do you put in it? And first thing I say is like, we always put salt and pepper. But what else do you put in it? I say we always put love into it. You gotta love what you're doing and put that love into the cooking that you have. Because when you're cooking with the love, people can feel it.
There's no arguing about that. I think that's why we love the restaurants we love, is because there is that ingredient, that undefinable love and passion that have come from the kitchen and the people who are making the dish.
So now, it's gonna be time to make it cheesy. So I'm gonna start out with some grated Gruyere. And you do this in batches so you don't cool down your potatoes too much. So you go little by little, and this is fun, and this is something, if you got some kids love doing this. Our kids love hanging over the stove with us and doing this and mixing it in, or just watching the whole thing, because...
Well, you were talking about how it really should be gooey. That's the consistency you want, and kids love anything that's gooey. So this, I would think, would be a perfect dish to have the kids helping out in the kitchen with this, because they'll be into the gooiness.
So you can see we've added this in. That's like 3 batches of cheese now. And then this is our raclette, and I love raclette. And raclette and potatoes love each other so much.
How do you know when it's done, when it's ready?
See that pool? That's what you're looking for right there. so good.
That looks awesome.
Pommes Aligots wait for no one. Everyone waits for Pommes Aligot, okay?
So that's good to go.
Yeah, we're ready.
The recipe is on our website. Head to the 207 section of newcentermaine.com, either the website or the app. You're going to find the recipe for this dish. You're going to find more information about Chaval and Ugly Duckling, the restaurants that Damian and his wife Ilma Lopez own and are the chefs at in Portland.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for coming in.
Thanks for having us.
Stick around. Back with more right after this.